we're the eighth wonder of the world because we bring the thunder. We lock the block, we lock the radio.
Yeah, what color you want?
You're such an idiot.
The break of dawn, we on the airways when your radio's on. We bring the heat when we're on the street. Turn your radio on and rock to the beat.
I ain't never heard no dude who about to get them panty draws ask the woman what color condom you want. Most of us, we digging and fishing for whatever the hell access we have to a condom so we can go ahead and get buried in the underwear. But in this video, we're going to talk about, is Kato using her panty draws for good, for evil, or is she going to be doing a double cross where she's going to use Mickey, maybe even help Mickey, only to wind up having Mickey taken out and to get closer to Lamar or to get from underneath Lamar's thumb. I did this video with a panel of great ladies. Please subscribe to this channel and their channels. Let's get it in. And give us a like too. That's real important.
Since we're talking about Kato and B. Mickey, let's go ahead and go all the way in. What is her motivation for this? Because she already said that she wouldn't sleep with this brother because of the way she would look to the team. She goes and gets the bejesus scared out of her, and her emotions are high. She goes and sleep with Mickey. Is this a control play? Is this her way of saying, I like you? What do you think this is from her, Miss K?
I think it's a play for sure.
Okay.
I think she likes him too. So it's a win-win. But she's benefiting from either way. Like she's gonna be able to have, because remember, she already knows that they have some friction going on, him and Meech, right? Mm-hmm. So if she kind of can draw closer to him, give him some cookie, then that can kind of help. That might rule, you know what I'm saying? Rule him or whatever. And she could kind of continue to sow seeds of discord.
Oh, look at you. And then look at what's up with this, Miss K? And the look, and what's up? like you done wrote a book on this stuff before. Let me find out you done wrote sow seeds of doubt and discord book somewhere. Mm-hmm. Let me find out.
Now listen, I wanted to comment on Dennis Jones, right? Uh-huh. I understand. I'm not following and I'm gonna reiterate this because I don't know the real story. And that's another reason why I didn't want to do theories on this show, because there's a lot of people that stuck on the real story. And y'all have to remember that it don't matter if B. Mickey is still friends with them to this day or whatever. I don't know the full story, but they have the power and the creativity to change it however they want to change it. Mm-hmm. This is for drama purposes. It's to tell some of the true story, but it's loosely based. That means we're gonna get a lot of fiction. And so that's why I want to remind y'all, it's gonna be a lot of fiction. So, but either way, it still might not turn out to be Mickey, but we ain't crazy for, guessing or theorizing that could be him,
Miss K, as a YouTuber, you never have to address that type of foolishness. Because people in the comment section are going to say whatever they think makes them feel better. And I don't know if he was saying that to help or to degrade, but either way, what you said is correct.
Well, he put shaking my head, so it must have been degrade.
Okay, well, like she said, they have already said.
Shook his head at us, girl.
Oh, Lord. They have already said they're going to dramatize major parts of the story. So, any of these theories we're coming out with could be 100% legit. Right. And Miss K already knew the real story, that they never found the person that shot Southwest. Yeah, right. But that don't mean that they're not going to have someone be found to fit the script in this story. True. So, having said that, Miss CP, I'll come to you. What do you think B. Mickey's motivations are? Is she really and truly loyal to Lamar, or do she want to see B. Mickey take out Southwest T and Meech?
I go back to the theory because of the fact that Lamar is holding her father's relationship over her head. And here we go with another theory of, girls loving their dad. So I think she's just trying to use him to find out more, of course, of what is Meech doing, because of the fact that she's already infiltrated, with the stash house. She's already, done a lot of little things. And so she wants to really get with B Mickey to, have that coattail of knowing what actually, Meech and Southwest T is up to. So that's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
Good comment. Will Lawrence, I appreciate you, brother. You come through every time I go live. Big time supporter. You support all the people that come to this channel. Brother, we are in your debt. Miss Awesome, what do you think is going on with Kato?
I think, it was one of those things like, I almost died. I'm gonna give me some dick. I mean, it's just
that's what I thought.
I mean, that's from one extreme to the other. Man. I mean, is how more alive can you feel? You know what I'm saying? And when you're with somebody that is completely into you, and you're gonna enjoy yourself. So I think that she was able to gain two things in one act. One, of course, she's trying to be on B Mickey's good side, because she wants to be able to get more information out of him so she can feed it to Lamar. But at the same time, she's also, again, she's very consistent when she's like, I'm trying to get them to trust me. I'm trying to get them to trust me. So I think that this is another play in that,
right.
She gets her own word, like Miss K said from earlier, when she was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not that type of girl. But now all of a sudden it's like, she's this hot mama that put the moves on him first. Like, you got a condom? All right, I'm with it. Like, whoa, So I think it was more of, it's like that scared passion, trying to get that extreme pleasure, out of, of the situation that you were just in. And I mean, she definitely don't want to go back home. I mean, look what happened when she was just trying to light a blunt. She got kicked on the floor. All right. And had a thank you. All right. So she was like, you know what? I don't want to suck on a metal piece. I'm going to go get me something.
True.
Real.
Yeah, because the stuff that come out of this piece can go through your neck, and the other stuff that come out the other piece just go in your belly.
Just go down.
Wow.
Just leave it at that. I mean, you take a pick. Which one you want? I mean,
it's good for your skin.
Right. It's got a lot of collagen and protein in it. That's all I'm saying.
Protein. Not all you people drinking soda and stuff, though. I'm talking about the, water drinkers. Okay.
Yeah. So, and Kato comes in for the save. What did you think about that whole sequence? And do you think Kato came in for the save because she felt some kind of way about him about to be killed? Or do you think that she did that as part of the plan to act like she was fighting Lamar?
A little bit of both. She probably felt real guilty about that because she was the only other person that would knew about the stash house. So the thing about it is she needed him to be alive to witness for her that, hey, I'm still down with the 50 crew because I came to, save him. And that's what he said, just what she wanted to happen. And so, but she didn't anticipate, Lamar coming over there and putting the silver ding-a-ling in her mouth, And so with that being the case, I think that she got out like a kind of, a silver, platter on that one because of the fact she came through and saved Pork Chop's life. And so he was like indebted to her. So that just, even though Meech always, every time she's around, he always says something fly to her, And with that being the case, she's really trying to, fit in, but I just don't know her complete storyline, with what she's really wanting to do.
Okay. Good point. Now, Miss K, I'm going to bounce it to you, but I'm going to remix what Miss CP said because I agree with what she said. But here's the problem. Only 5 people knew where the stash house was at. That's a problem. So Meech know good and well it ain't Southwest T that spilled the beans.
Right.
Is the blame going to be put on Mickey because he wasn't there, or is it going to eventually, could this be Kato's grand plan? basically set Mickey up so that he can take the fall and she can keep infiltrating the organization.
I don't think she's thinking that far ahead. I don't think she would set him up. I don't know. I know that she's out for self and she wants to make sure that she's doing everything she can to be covered up. That's why I'm like, this guy Hoop over here talking about, oh no, she saved my life and this and that. But Meech needs to go with his first instincts. And he's been saying that about her. He said ever since, every time there's something going on, you're around. Right. And so he needs to just stick to that. And for everybody to just kind of like brush it under the rug and say, oh, well, yeah, Lamar has been following us around. They just kind of chalked it up to that. And I'm just like, no, stay with the fact that nobody else knew where the stash house was but y'all five. That's it. So now y'all need to do the process of elimination. And it really should point to B Mickey and Kato, honestly, because B Mickey hasn't been around. Right. You know what I mean? And so I don't know, but I feel like there's gonna be a decision to make between B Mickey and Kato, and I'm talking about amongst themselves. They're gonna have to choose whose side they're on, and in this case, B Mickey is gonna have to choose. Am I gonna stay loyal to my friend that I've been, down with for 10 years, or I grew up with, or whatever? Right. And I think that if they're not gonna go that route to make it seem like he's grimy, then they are going to make him make a hard decision, because if he falls for her and he has to kill her, that's going to be a tough decision for him to make. So
okay. Excuse me, Miss Awesome, you get the last toss on this one. How do you feel about Kato's motivations when she came in there? She saved my man Pork Chop.
Yeah, first I want to say, I think my dog Brooklyn agrees with you, Miss K. So you're definitely down for your cause. And I agree as well. I think that, Kato, she did this definitely for street cred. But again, it brings us back to, the thing about B Mickey and Kato both is that they're out for self, right? As much as B Mickey is under the brothers, you can tell that he really wants to have his own thing. And I think that that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that that's actually what's going to turn BMF into BMF eventually. But when it comes to Kato, I think that when she rushed in to help old boy, it was, or AKA Pork Chop, AKA Hoop, I think it was because of she knew that he was the only one going in, and she knew what he was about to walk into. And she wanted that much blood on her hands. You see what I'm saying? I think that she is in a delicate situation. We don't really know what Lamar has over her yet, other than having a relationship with her father. Maybe the father owed Lamar something. Maybe Lamar helped the father with something, and Kato now has to pay it back. I mean, we don't even know if her dad is even still alive.
I think he's dead.
I think he is dead because
he's dead because she said on his grave.
Right, on the past tense. So it's like, we got to find out what that backstory is first. But I think when it comes to her crew, Kato genuinely loves her crew. I think she genuinely cares for them. And that is going to be the determining factor. I think that B Mickey is always going to choose the brothers, no matter how much they disagree, and if he has to choose, they never say, you really are a killer until you shoot somebody that you love or that you really care for. So I think that if he does have to take Kato out, B Mickey will be the one to have to do it.
Wow. I got a question for you. When in that statement that they say you're not a real killer till you shoot someone you love, do pets count?
Oh my God, I hope pets don't count.
You don't love your pet?
I think pets count.
They said someone, you know
why I think pets count? Because that's one of the determining factors for serial killer, when they start skinning cats and killing, animals.
Brooklyn wants you to shut up talking like that. Brooklyn's like, I don't want to hear no more of this. Roof.
Yeah.
Brooklyn's had enough. Matter of fact, Brooklyn, I'm going to change the subject. We don't want to talk about skinning.
Please.
Look, when you started talking about it, he was looking at me like...
Sorry, Brooklyn. You just got to be careful of those kind of people, okay, baby?